But actually now, Jake Paul has got to think about what he's doing next. If you're that good and you think you're clever, why don't you fight Usyk? Alexander Usyk, he'll fight you. Let's see how that works out for you. You get flattened. Game over.
And the number 14 cruiserweight in the world, according to the WBA. This is an absolute mockery. It's an absolute disgrace. It's a total piss take.
Able to fight voluntarily to defend their championship against Jake Paul. Which, if I'm being honest, that's kind of crazy, bro. Isn't that crazy? Right? You're telling me you fought somebody that's not a natural cruiserweight, right?
Boxing pros and fans alike are furious at the WBA's shocking decision to rank Jake Paul in the top 15 cruiserweights. Many see this as a slap in the face to hard-working fighters who've dedicated years to the sport. Jake Paul has not faced a single credible opponent, only retired fighters or unknown names that offered no real challenge. This move by the WBA has sparked calls for a boycott, with boxing insiders demanding fairness and integrity in the ranking system. They believe rewarding fame over genuine skill damages the sport's reputation and disrespects true contenders fighting for.
So I've just found out that Jake Paul, the YouTuber influencer who has been doing a bit of boxing against people who aren't boxers, aside from Tommy Fury, who is a complete novice boxer, and an old retired champion in Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., who has been through rehab and all kinds of stuff, been out of the ring for quite a while, an OAP Mike Tyson, who physically is in a terrible place, and two now inactive cruiserweights called Andre August and Ryan Borland, who I have absolutely no idea who they are. I've just found out that that's what qualifies you as the number 14 cruiserweight in the world, according to the WBA. This is an absolute mockery. It's an absolute disgrace. It's a total piss take. I've been in the middle of making another video about Hamza Shiraz and Edgar Berlanga, and I've had to just stop what I'm doing and make a reaction to this. And I'm just going to go in raw here because I'm absolutely furious. I'm absolutely furious. Like, this is the sort of shit that we have to deal with as boxing fans. Everybody in this sport, and I call it a sport because that's exactly what it is, tries to treat it like it's just a business, like it's just a way of lining their back pockets. You cannot tell me in any world that Jake Paul has done enough to be ranked as the number 14 cruiserweight in the entire world. And I want to be really clear from the off, this isn't actually an attack on Jake Paul's boxing ability, because that's not what this is about. It's about, what have you done to show me you're the 14th best cruiserweight in the world? Because for all I know, you might put him in there and he might do really bloody well, but that's not the point. You have to earn that position. How can you have earned that position? By fighting a bunch of influencers, athletes from other sports, and having lost to one of the only active boxers that you've actually faced, in Tommy Fury, who very much is a part-time boxer at this point in his life. And then your most recent and highest profile win being against a guy who didn't throw a bloody punch for the first half of the fight.
Boxing fans are outraged after Happy Punch shared the news. Jake Paul is now officially ranked the number 14 cruiserweight in the world by the WBA and eligible to challenge Zordo Ramirez for the title. Many believe Jake doesn't deserve this ranking since he hasn't faced a serious credible opponent yet. His fights have mostly been against retired boxers or unknown fighters, leading to widespread criticism of the WBA's decision. The decision to place Jake Paul among the top 15 cruiserweights has left professional boxers and dedicated fans stunned. For years, genuine contenders have fought tooth and nail to earn their rankings through grueling bouts and relentless training. Now, these athletes are in an awkward position. They may have to voluntarily fight Jake Paul to protect their titles and reputations from the threat of a YouTuber-turned-boxer who has leapfrogged the traditional path of merit. The outrage is understandable as this move...
Guy can now win a world title. Jake Paul, after beating Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., has now been moved to number 14 in the WBA official rankings, meaning he can be a voluntary defence for Zurdo Gilberto Ramirez's world title. But this is now where we need to beg the question of what is wrong with these rankings, because there is no world where Jake Paul is the 14th best cruiserweight. What do we do? What's boxing got to do to save this? Is it go to a one belt division like the UFC have, or is it just for the divisions that we've got and the belts that we've got to actually just sort themselves out? Make sure you subscribe for the updates, we'll keep it coming, but this is mental.
The backlash intensified as many insiders accused the WBA of prioritizing profit over principle. Granting Jake Paul such a ranking seems less about his achievements in the ring and more about the financial windfall he brings. By doing this, the organization has risked its credibility in the eyes of seasoned fighters who worked their way up by facing true challenges. Many believe that the